morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Wow, this week is going fast. We're getting to race day really quick here. Currently 59 degrees, 19 degrees Celsius outside, and I am getting ready to leave, but real quick. So there is attempt number 1 at the monstrosity to do a dual rig for the Action 5 and the Pocket 3. Now, since the Action 5 is a wider field of view, I actually have it closer. The way it would be set up in the car would be closer to me, because it has the wider field, so it can be closer. And then the Pocket 3 further away, and it'll drop down below the Action pretty good. So I run both in one shot. Could actually do front and back this way too at the same time. But anyway, that's concept number 1, and so I have the cool head on it for the Action, since you can't rotate it. So this way you loosen it up and you can spin the camera around fairly easy. When it gets cold outside, this thing doesn't work real well. When it's really hot, it spins real easy. But and of course the Pocket's got the gimbal, so it doesn't need to be able to spin. I just don't know if this is going to bring the Pocket down too far. But that's concept number 1. I've got all the plates put together. Basically, you just have to put the 1/4-20 in the bottom of them. And like I said, it comes with like a whole bag of extra drivers and Allen wrenches, which they are a specific size in my small rig little unit, because I got one of those multi-bit things that unfolds. It doesn't have the exact size, and they've been slipping, so I'm keeping one of them in the back in my little thing as well, so I can always tighten these guys up nice and snug. And I did just unbox the swivel mount for the either the backpack and or the camera strap. The issue seems to be the weight of the camera. Granted, I do have the cage on it right now. It's easier for space in the bag to have it together, but it really pulls the strap over on the camera strap. I haven't tried on the backpack. That should be a little bit more solid, but that was the whole idea, is that I could turn it, because that thing's tilted like such, because that way it can level the camera off. And I got a princess snuggling in on the recliner, and kitty in my bed. But it is almost time to get going. I wanted to kind of put this in this morning, but I don't know if I'm going to have time, because it's already 12 after. I got to get rolling. Alrighty, we're running late. Nature called, and I was like, oh man, it was our time to go. Can't see a damn thing this morning. It's beautiful out. I haven't been outside yet today. Poor puppies didn't get outside this morning. And unfortunately, in the video, I didn't realize it was as long as it was, and I didn't have the logo all the way across. So it finally finished rendering. I right now just exported it with the date. I'll come up with the title when we get back. And like I said, we are going out to State College, Trader Joe's this afternoon. So, and at some point I got to get with Verizon and try to help my stepdaughter, because they've deactivated her SIM card. They're scumbags. I'm so tired of this. They did it to Drew. They did it to me. It's ridiculous. I don't know if the best course action is just to have them issuing her an eSIM, but I don't think she would even have the faintest clue how to install that. I don't even know if her phone's eligible for it. That's what they do. They do it so that you want to go upgrade, think your phone's broken, when it's just they deactivated your SIM. I don't know if I can. I think the quickest thing would be actually go to the store and just tell them I need a new SIM, and then go pop it in phone. I don't know if I even have ejection tools anymore. Oh, I do in that one little kit. But did not get a chance to put the car rig in. I don't really want to put it in this car. I want to put it in my car, because that's the one I'm taking Sunday. I do have the tool to tighten the nuts down. So I gotta make sure I tighten everything up before I try to mount that in there, because my car's the spacing seems to be so tight it's hard to get your fingers in there. So hopefully I can tighten the actual mount down before I attach that heavy ass unit to it. That's my only concern. Is there's two concerns: weight and how much it's actually going to drop down Pocket, because my car, it's already too low as it is. But we're gonna try it, see what happens. Oh boy, it's watch says 81, car says 83. Shit. Don't mind me, I haven't had a drink in probably 3 hours. Whenever my break was. I may have had one little sip of water at one point. Oh, we are done. We are out of here, and I'll get home, change clothes, and head up to State College. And try to install the dual thing, and just see, put both cameras in, and even if I don't use them, just to see how it works. I'm a little concerned on weight. I gotta take that cage off, for sure. That's too much. But I really don't think the dog should come with us. It is just going to be too hot in the car while we shop, and that's going to make us hurry. I know we don't plan on being up there very long, but still, it just concerns me taking them along. All right, go. Oh man, that was a busy day. At least we didn't have EBT crash on us twice. But yes, I know you need fuel too. We can go 70 miles yet. So you can hold off another day. That's the other problem, is I gotta put fuel in both cars. I'm gonna try on the way out. I think there's an Exxon out there. Hopefully the Goodyear card works there, because it doesn't work at the 2 down here. It only works in Montoursville, and when we go up that way. Oh, that's right, if I needed to, I could always, but I think it's gonna need gas today. Oh man, Liberty, it works, because when we went out to Kinzua, we were able to get fuel with it. Alrighty everybody, well, we are safe to Trader Joe's, and unfortunately this unit is too low for both cameras. So that is the rigmarole I got going on, and for those wondering, the cool head is a spinning head, so that you can film either direction with the action camera. Of course, the gimbal on the other one, you don't need that, but nonetheless, yeah, the Pocket's basically just filming down here, and the Action's like maybe up here a little bit, but either way, I gotta make major changes. So unfortunately, this piece here is probably gonna end up being switched over to a flat bar that I have with this directly on it, and then at K&F Concepts is probably going to be how I have to do it instead of using the DJI ones, because of that extra. Of course, you got 2 extra pieces here, so having a 1/4-20 on the other one would tighten it up bring it up even more. That's the game plan. But we're all the way to State College, and I don't have any of that stuff with me, so that'll have to be later. Alrighty, we are at Alrighty, we have made it to Trader Joe's. Puppies are walked. I'm gonna run in and try to use the restroom quick and see where she's at. See? Told you. Alrighty, well that was an hour drive for 10 minutes of shopping. What do you think you're doing? Is Mom sitting in your box on the way home, boo? Is Mom sitting in your box? Dude, it's really not that hot. You make it like it's death-defying in there. What are you doing? Are you panting? Hi. Alright, let me roll the windows down. You doing breathing exercises, Priya? What's up with you? Alright, home sweet home. Mushroom raviolis with green beans and salad for dinner, which is mushroom raviolis is what we picked up when we were up there. And a whole bunch of their stir-fried rice. Tartar sauce, cocktail sauce, Yummy, yummy stuff. I really don't understand the big deal about them because they are outrageously expensive in my opinion. So I don't really understand why everybody raves about them because their prices are freaking horrible. But like Terry said, a lot of it's specialty food. So I guess. Alright, trying to rebuild the car design for the cameras with the bar. I'm having a small issue though connecting the bike mount to the Q20 mount. Got everything backwards right now because when I try to do it the first way, it's in the way. So when I try to do it the other way, it's yeah, not going in place. So I don't know what the deal is, but I'm gonna continue working on that tonight. And then I gotta move my entire power management over. Didn't even think about that. I gotta move my car system over so I can my phone system so I can actually plug my phone in and have my GPS. Because that was annoying going up to State College without that on the dash. I gotta have to have both cars set up. Hi squirrels, how you doing, buddy? Run squirrel, run! But having at least power to the Pocket or whatever, just so I'm not using up battery life if I do a time lapse on the way up. It is a beautiful night, son of a bitch. I never uploaded the video. I exported it, I did not upload it yet, so I better do that when we get back from puppy walks before dinner so I can release yesterday's video. I didn't even have a title for it yet. You know what? It can just be the date. It doesn't matter. But I did not bother with the drone flight because it all disappeared by the time I was done walking the dogs. And I just wasn't in the mood. I went in and shut everything off and laid down. I gotta remember to put all of these batteries back on chargers because this battery I have been using without charging it for a while because it doesn't have the magnetic plate on it, which it can now have because I have like, you know, a dozen extra. No, I don't have that many. Half a dozen extra. So I can put one on the Telsen power handle, and many other things. Since these batteries actually transfer data, the DJI batteries for the Pocket, I'll probably have it on all of these batteries, but I'm not going to probably bother on the StarTAC batteries unless I plan on like mounting it to the tripod for something and then I want to have extra power because they're 166 minutes like the Pocket 3 is by itself. So to give me, you know, basically 2 pockets full of battery, which is a lot. But since they don't transfer data, I won't be using them like to transfer to the computer. So it's all the little things in my brain that are going on around right now, and we're getting really close because it's Thursday night. Got Friday and Saturday, and Sunday morning I am on the road. So I'm excited. Can't wait to cook. Alright, little man's turn to go potties. They've had their din, so they're done for the night. Well, now snack later on because we're going for 6 o'clock here. It's 5:57. So probably watch a couple more episodes of Wednesday. I don't think we have that many. I think it's like 4, and then you have to wait until like October or something for the last 3. You might have to actually wait twice. I forget. It's definitely what we were questioning. How is this show for kids? It is very dark. Very dark. I mean, they get into basically witchcraft and just, you know, wishing people to, you know, harm is not cool. Alrighty, well, fix this with a flat bar. I'm an idiot. If I'm going to do it a dual rig, I don't need to have a quick release action mount on both sides. The only problem, and I want to kind of see how this works, is whether or not this will be good enough for front and back. And I can't aim up. I have no swivel with this system. Inside, it's slightly too high, so it would actually need to come down a little bit, and then when it comes around, it needs to go up a little bit because I'm getting way too much hood and dash. It's kind of a neat view though. I mean, that might work, but I don't need two cameras. If I'm going to use a two-camera system, then yeah, I used way too many pieces because the Pocket is still hanging down way too far. Now the Pocket right here looks good. Yeah, so basically because I have no joint here, this isn't going to work the way I wanted it to. Shit. I was trying to get rid of pieces to raise it up, which I did, but I'm getting the back of the mirror too much with the Action, and the Pocket is basically worthless to the front, whereas, I mean, I don't love that view, don't get me wrong, but it's better than it was earlier, because I'm not catching all this down here. But with this system, if I'm doing dual cameras, I don't really need all this stuff here. I can just connect that piece back into there, which I still don't think it's going to raise it up enough to get over the dash, but let's take it apart and find out. Now this angle from the Pocket is, I think, better, except when I turn around, I'm just getting dash, and I'd be looking at the sky. Okay, well, hold on a second. I mean, I have to angle it up a teeny bit. It's slightly better, but when the camera's level, yeah, that's not good. And I'm really not gonna see the road too much. Let's see how it looks for me. Now I did bring the camera back over towards center a bit more than it was. Reachability is kind of an issue because I got to make sure I can still reach the controls, which puts the cameras pretty close together. So here's the thing. If I'm in bad weather, the Action camera, because it doesn't have the focus, is the one to use. If I'm in good weather, the Pocket's fine. I just don't see... I mean, if I just mounted one of these for a quick disconnect and had the plate on the bottom of that I can switch out between, or when the new ones come, I'll gain this much space with that one. But actually, to do that, I'm going to drop back down that much. That's not good. Right now I'm at max height that I should be. This is the fun part about trying to figure out how to film in the car, especially when you want to do drive footage more than anything. I mean, filming me is not so much an issue. Now, obviously right now with the Action it is, because it is facing way too high. Shit. Alright, I gotta think this through a little bit more. I forgot I needed to be able to... Well, the concept was I wouldn't need to be able to angle that. Almost need to bring it down. And then I wouldn't have to worry about angles. Because I just want to be able to turn it and it be where it need to be. Actually, the Action's technically too far back now. Yeah. I don't know. Alrighty guys, well, I'm going to continue brainstorming this. I don't even know what I plan on doing with this on the trip to Watkins Glen. Might film some of the trip in time-lapse. I might not. I don't know. I might be just doing this for nothing. The idea was that I had a single setup for both cameras. I didn't have to have separate mounts. Not necessarily running both of them simultaneously. And it turned into, ooh, I wonder if I can set it up for a dual camera. My brain's always kind of smoking because it's always, you know, churning in there. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for watching. Have a good night. I'm going to go upload yesterday's video. I will see you in the morning. Have a good night. Stay safe. Alright, so real quick I've swapped cars and just put the single system in to her car. And now I don't have the spin around on the Action right now, but that is a nice angle. Just to do drive footage. That is like basically where I want to be. I have no way to tilt, I have no way to spin. But that's good. Alright, so there's the Pocket. Now unfortunately I have the mount on the adapter. Everything is backwards. So I can't see the screen. You know, if my mic's still connected. It is. I'm trying to see. I mean, it's a little, yeah, it's lower than I want it to be. I don't think this is going to work. Not with the Pocket, at least. Pocket's going to be the problem. No matter what I add, it's too much. I mean, it would go up like 1/4 of an inch with the other adapter, which would help, but it's not enough. I don't know, guys. Okay, so the original configuration was a single configuration. I think it's going to work. This setup right here, this conglomerate that weighs 1,000 pounds. So I'm using a K&F cool head and one of the magnetic quick release plates on the cool head. This goes in, I can spin it, and the point of view from this camera, from the Action, is good. The Pocket, it's going to adjust a little bit when another piece comes, hopefully Saturday. Fingers crossed it comes Saturday. So, but right now, if I come around, okay, it's a little bit low, just bring it up a little bit. Right there is about where I've been, it feels like it's pretty close to where I've been filming anyway. So, I think we got it for the single system. The dual camera system, I think I'm going about it just a little bit too drastic with that. Guys are probably shaking your head going, this guy is just woohoo. You're right, I am. But this is kind of what goes into being able to safely record video in the car. Crashed one car because I pulled out a camera to film a goddamn spider. So I drove off the road. Almost head on into highway traffic. Yeah. That was a long time ago. So, but I think for right this particular second, we're good. I think when the other piece comes, I think we'll be just slightly a little bit better. At least for the single system. As for the dual system for Sunday, I think I might just set up something for the back of that car because I already have the mounts and everything in there. It's just a question of, do I want to be high or do I want to be low? Because I can hook it into either the ceiling or I can hook it onto the back of the deck lid. Not the deck lid, but behind the back seats there I have another adapter there too. I think the high version, but I'm trying to not use any more of my K&F Concepts because I really don't want to buy any more of these. They're gorgeous, but it's getting, you know, these guys here are like 20 bucks a piece. These little pieces right here. These thread-in MagSafes, which actually these are thread-in Arca and Action feet. Okay, well that's an interesting concept. Well, if we got some rain, I'd show you the difference between this camera and the other camera, but who knows? Maybe we'll get some in the future. You guys have seen what happens when this camera gets in rain, and this one here won't go out of focus. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for indulging my craziness. I'll catch you in the morning.